So, what I want to share with you is a very powerful and simple way to use the law of assumption to get the sleep you deserve. The technique here involves imagination, using your imagination and using the law of assumption. I will not go into detail about the law of assumption or the use of imagination, but in simple terms, what you currently experience in your life right now is a result of your imagination, be it intentional or unintentional. What you see currently in front of you as your life manifested is a result of your imagination. Knowing this, you can use your imagination and the law of assumption to mold the life you deserve or want. And in this case, we're going to use the law of assumption to mold your sleep patterns, because not getting sleep is very tough for most people. It's very difficult. And whilst there is a physical component to getting the sleep you deserve, the spiritual component precedes the physical, meaning that if you fix the spiritual and the mental, the physical will follow. How it works is that once you imagine what you want, there will be a bridge of incidences or occurrences that will make the assumption come true. It will seem so natural that it will not, in your mind, it will not count as the result of the imagination. But the imagination will create the perfect scenarios that will lead to perfect sleep. For instance, you could end up using the right herbs, or you could end up using the right meditation method to achieve your sleep. The bridge of incidents is perfect. It will work in a unique and perfect way that you will get the sleep you deserve. So the law of assumption here, we're going to use inner conversation. Basically, you're going to have a conversation with a loved one. You're going to close your eyes and you're going to imagine a scene. And in this scene, there will be a conversation between you and the loved one with regards to your sleep. Your goal is to first memorize the scene word for word, close your eyes, and visualize the conversation. The conversation need not be visual. It can be just audio, but it's got to be real, meaning that when you are having a conversation in your mind, you should not be present of your physical body. That's when you know you've done it correctly. When you close your eyes for a few seconds and imagine this scene, you will not be conscious of your physical body. So long as you see it clearly in the first person point of view or hear it in the first person point of view, you have done the work. So you're going to visualize this scene. You're going to repeat the scene over 6 to 7 times every night, and you keep on doing it until the scene becomes so natural to you, then you can let go and stop using it. So play this tape and listen to the inner conversation over again until it feels natural to you. You can, of course, change it to the way you want it to be, but as a beginner, memorize the conversation, your inner dialogue. You have a conversation with a loved one, could be your mother, your father, your wife, and the conversation will go as follows. For best results, you want to do this meditation just before you go to bed. So you lay in bed, you close your eyes with the intention of manifesting, and then you do this manifestation exercise and then you fall asleep. So let's say your name is John and you have a loved one, a partner, for instance, a wife. This conversation is going to be between you, John, and your wife. Now, substitute your name for the name John, and you can use any other loved one. The person you choose has to be somebody you trust. Here is what the conversation is going to be like. John's wife will say, your wife will say, John, you always sleep well and all through the night. So put your name there. So instead of John, put your name. So your loved one is saying to you, John, your name, you always sleep well and all through the night. Now you will then say, yes, I do sleep well and sleep uninterrupted. The conversation is 8 to 10 seconds long. That's it. Using your mind's eye and this visualization, you're going to have this conversation, this 8 to 10 second conversation, and you're going to loop it. That means you're going to do it once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 6 times, 7 times, until it feels natural. And you do it for weeks on end, until you feel saturated. This manifestation will occur in the appointed time. You cannot hasten it, you cannot slow it down. Once you have done the vivid imagination, you let it go, and the awareness or the divine will take care of it and manifest it in the reality. So once you've done this meditation, all you have to do is let go. There will be a bridge of incidences that will bring this to the reality, the physical reality.